following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Stay in bed, didn't I? I can hear from your breathing that you haven't been.
She's impossible.
No, this isn't exactly the plaza, you know. And the upstairs bed is off, permanently. Besides, I've got things to do.
The only thing you have to do is do exactly as I tell you. And that is rest with a capital R.
Well, gosh, everybody gets the flu.
Yeah, but not everybody gets severe bronchitis and walks around with it for 2 weeks. You're to stay in bed for another week.
Well, I'm telling you, I can't. They've made a deal of Centuries to make some features for TV. And so far, they've passed up Paulette on all of them. Is Kevin Grant gonna get a piece of my mind?
Next week.
Well, by then next week, they'll have everything cast, even the walk-ons. You don't have to worry. You've got people beating your door down to see you. In our business, we gotta beat the doors down.
I'd hate to have to lock you up in your own house, Grace. Excuse me, I have to check my service. Paulette, would you tell her that you can wait until next week to be a star?
I really don't understand it now. Kevin Grant likes you. He's backed you ever since the first moment you came on
Mother,
that lot.
eat your breakfast, please.
Lord.
And listen, please try to relax. Try to forget about my career.
Oh, honey.
Why don't you catch up on your reading?
Well, I have. I've read those trades over 5 times.
Here's a good book.
Oh, that one, I've read that. Honey, promise me, when you go on the lot today, you'll talk to Kevin. Ask him what's going on.
Look, Mother, if Kevin doesn't want to use me, I would say that's his business.
Not 3 times in a row. There's a pattern there. Maybe it's something that I did. Maybe I too hard the last time.
Mama, are you playing a scene?
We'll talk to him.
Mother, I can't promise that. I can't bother him.
Bother him. Bother him.
Take the jacket off, the left side. Paulette, I've told you she mustn't have any stress or strain. You've got to help me keep her from aggravating herself.
Doug, can you hurry? All right, Mother, I'll go and see Kevin today. I'll go and see Kevin.
Kevin, aren't you afraid that's going to look corny? That stuff is an awful thing.
No, it's all right. If you don't overdo cobwebs, they won't show up on film. Lay it on, Whitey. Hi, Paulette. How are you?
Hi, Kevin. Hi. This is for one of your TV features, isn't it?
A classic horror story, I hope.
Sam, say something.
All right, Alvin.
When do you start shooting?
Monday.
Oh, I know you're busy. Maybe I can see you later.
She's going to get worse.
Could I talk to you for a minute privately?
Yeah, sure. A little more in the left-hand corner. Right.
Kevin, I was a little surprised that you didn't consider me for any of these pictures. In fact, I heard, or rather my mother heard, that when my name came up in your casting meeting, you not only said no, you said definitely no. I just wanted to know how come.
Well, actually, I did consider you, Paulette. I even looked at the last test you did for Laura Dean. I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint, but no real emotion is coming through. None at all. You seem to have something on your mind, other than what you're playing.
Well, my mother's been sick, and I've been very worried about her.
I'm sorry to hear that. Nothing serious, I hope.
No, I don't think so. See, she has the flu, and it's been hanging on for some time. Maybe it's given me an actor's block or something.
It's not uncommon, you know. Most creative people have some kind of problem, some difficulty in expressing themselves at one time or another.
Well, I'm sorry I bothered you.
Now, don't be silly, Paulette. You know that I want to use you. And I will, when it's right for both of us.
I understand.
Paulette, don't hassle this, huh? It's a temporary thing, believe me.
It's good that you were honest with him.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to Bracken, Durney. First of all, get me Stanley.
I know Mr. Bracken will want to see the latest film on him, whatever it is. Uh-huh. Where's his big scene? Why don't you run it down to that point and then mark it for our projectionist? That way Mr. Bracken won't waste any time. Okay? All right, I'll be expecting it. And thank you. Hi.
Hi. I've been looking for you. Do you have any lunch plans?
Sorry, I do have.
Oh.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. Who is it today?
Lloyd Nolan. We're talking about making a picture deal as soon as Julia goes on hiatus.
You really dig this whole scene, don't you? Being part of the power structure.
Well, it's better than falling off stagecoaches.
Do you always know how to talk to these people?
Well, people are just people.
Hello, David.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late.
Like to meet Paulette Douglas, Lloyd Nolan.
Hello.
Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. I just love your show.
Well, thank you. Your name's familiar.
I'm under contract here.
How come I don't see you on film more?
I've been trying to get an answer to that same question.
Well, you know the definition of the term overnight success. It's someone who's made it after struggling for 10 years.
Excuse us, Paulette.
Good luck, Miss Douglas.
Thank you.
Step by the office later, okay?
Okay. Paulette!
I was hoping I'd see you.
Are you working?
Yes, Dark Madonna. It's one of those features for TV. Sit down.
Thank you.
Well, how's life in the salt mine?
It's not so hot at the moment.
Let me guess. The course of true love never runs...
I wish. No, it's my acting, or rather my lack of it.
I thought Century Pictures took care of its own.
No, Angie, I have some kind of block, and nothing's happening with me.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a problem. Listen, I can give you the answer to that in 2 words. Gordon Stinson.
The acting coach.
My acting coach and my very good friend. Listen, when they dropped my option here, I was such a mess. You remember? I was so insecure, I'd panic when I got to a traffic light. I couldn't decide whether to go right or left. Then I met Gordon, and wham! He really put me together.
How long have you been with him?
4 months. And you know, I've gotten almost every part I've read for since. Gordon Stinson's the greatest. I've been incredibly happy.
I hear anybody mention Gordon Stinson, the master phony of all?
Well, if it isn't Julius Caesar.
Hi, Angie. Long time no see.
It's been a pleasure.
Hi, Paulette.
Hi, Tom.
What are you working on? Oh, yeah, the Dark Madonna.
Second lead.
That's what I heard. Isn't that one of those low-budget wonders?
Well, I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond than a hairbrush in a cast of thousands.
So what's this about Stinson?
Angie studies with him.
Figures.
Now, wait a minute, Tom. She was just telling me how much he's done for her.
Oh, well, I'll bet he has. You're not thinking about studying with him, are you?
I don't know.
Forget it, Paulette. I'm serious, forget it.
What do you have against him?
Well, I know the man. He couldn't make it on Broadway, couldn't make it in films, so naturally he started himself an actor's workshop.
Well, you wouldn't know good coaching if it came out of a can with a label.
I know a phony when I see one, and I see one.
Why don't you go burn Rome or something?
Paulette, do yourself a favor. Stay a mile away from that guy. I mean it.
Oh, Tom's crazy. Listen, Gordon's a miracle worker, especially if you're having a problem. He has a fantastic way of opening you up. Look what he's done for me.
I'm ready to try anything. How do I get to see him?
I brought you another student.
Who?
A friend who really needs your help.
Swell. You're having a drink with me after class tonight?
Sure.
Who's this friend of yours?
Paulette? Gordon, this is Paulette Douglas. Paulette Gordon Stinson.
Hello, Paulette.
Hello?
Angie, could you leave us alone for a moment, please?
Oh, sure.
Yes, thank you.
I'll wait for you, Paulette.
Okay.
Well, now, tell me a little bit about yourself. Here, sit down.
I'm under contract to Century Pictures, but I'm not getting any parts. I'm not sure anybody can really help me at this point.
Well, what do you think the problem is?
I'm not really sure.
Could you begin coming to classes right away?
Yes, I guess so.
It's against our policy to admit new students after the start of a session, but since you are a working professional and a friend of Angie's, I think we can make an exception in your case. But we'll have to dig right in. Now, we meet twice a week. Mondays for scenes, Wednesdays for exercises and criticisms. In your case, though, I think I'd recommend some individual work, just until you get caught up on my methods. Are you free tomorrow afternoon?
Yes, I think so.
Let's say 3 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Good. And bring a check for $100. That'll cover the first month. I find that when my students pay in advance, they also pay more attention. All right?
Fine. Thank you.
You married?
No.
Good. Then we can expect total concentration on our work.
Done that. You really shouldn't have done that.
Suspense is killing me.
Henrietta, has anyone ever told you
that I'm the slowest gin player in Hollywood? I believe this subject has come up once or twice.
3. 11, 3, 14, 16. All right. The aggravating thing is you always keep winning. Well, how about some more coffee?
But still, I'll get...
No, don't be silly.
Grace,
No, come
I
on,
think you ought to be
Henrietta.
back in bed. You're
If I
overdoing
stay
it.
in that bed one more hour, I'm going to get curvature of the spine.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
Oh.
How you feeling?
Oh, better. Well, something good must have happened.
He's fantastic.
Got a new boyfriend?
No, an acting coach, Gordon Stinson.
You really did like him then, huh?
I really did.
Oh, after one session. Wow.
I've never met anyone like him. He's so clear about his ideas, and he's so sure of what he's doing.
Sounds like my kind of man. Maybe I should take some lessons myself. Never hurt to brush up.
Mama, he really digs deep. He really makes you open up.
If you were any more open, you'd be inside out.
Well, the important thing is his kids get jobs. So he must be good.
Yeah, Angie has said one of the boys in class tested for Norman Jewison.
I thought you had an acting coach at the studio.
Laura Dean? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. She's a very fine lady, but her approach just doesn't work for me.
A discussion about body control, kabuki, films on Eisenstein, and no jobs. Jen, well, here's to Stinson and Stardom.
You're late. 15 minutes late.
I'm sorry.
Paulette, right now you have pushed back the rest of my day. I don't know how to tell you this except to say directly that the burden of this instruction is on you. I'd rather you be here early, waiting for me.
I hate to blame someone else, but Laura Dean's class ran a little longer than usual.
You are a strikingly beautiful girl. So, you're still taking classes at Century, eh?
Yes.
Quit.
I'm not sure I can. I'm under contract.
My dear girl, there's no way on earth you can possibly receive acting instruction from two different coaches and survive. Especially two coaches so different in approach as Laura Dean and myself. No, you can't work half a day at a supermarket and the other half at an art gallery. Starting now, right now, you have one acting coach, Gordon Stinson. Clear?
Clear.
Good.
But I think we better talk about that supermarket crack.
Forgive me. But you see, I was offered a job at Century a few years ago, the same job that Laura Dean accepted. But I couldn't work for a studio. I just couldn't sell out, Paulette. Let's go into the workshop. Sit down. Now then, our first goal for today is to continue digging into that personality of yours. For you to find out more about yourself. As our first discipline, find out who you are. The repressions and inhibitions that you've been experiencing lately are the direct result of the studio system. They simply have not given you the means to explore yourself, and for a very good reason. They are interested solely in developing leading ladies and leading men, types, in other words, not actors or actresses. Push-button acting. 1, 2, 3, laugh. 1, 2, 3, cry. They simply don't give a damn who Paulette Douglas really is. But you do. You do. You must. And so do I. Did you ever wear braids?
Yes.
When?
When I was 14.
Look at yourself. Now, close your eyes. Relax. Now you're 14 years old. 14. Can you feel it?
A little.
Matter of fact, it's your 14th birthday. You having a party?
Yes.
Open your eyes. Are you happy?
Yes, I am.
Oh?
Very happy.
Your parents here?
No, not both of them.
Why not?
Well, my father just left us.
And your mother is trying desperately to make up for that fact. She's desperately pretending that everything is quite normal.
You don't know my mother.
Can you tell me what that means?
She's having a ball. It's like it was her party.
Ah, yes, she's acting like it's her party. Surely that must have created some tension that really must have dug into you.
Why? I love seeing my mother enjoying herself, laughing, putting all the kids on. She's like one of us.
Fine, fine, fine. Your mother made the party. Let's talk about something else.
You don't believe lately, do you?
Let's talk about dating. Your first dates as a teenager. I'm afraid I'm being thoughtless. Does this make you uncomfortable?
Coming to your apartment?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I get so wrapped up in my work, sometimes I forget my students' feelings.
Gordon, I want as much of your time as possible.
Good. Here we go. I've got a thought. I don't want to lose it. Fix us something to drink, would you? Whiskey and water. No ice in mine. Yeah. Here's the point. Your anxieties multiply, you know. You begin with a small fear of letting go in a specific role. That small fear builds into a terror. And you find yourself avoiding any emotion outside of routine experience just to duck the terror. That's it.
All right. That's the problem. What's the solution?
Paulette, do you like the idea of private lessons in addition to classwork?
I don't mind.
Put the glasses down.
But you said...
Put them down. You're a tramp.
What?
Ah, you see, that's marvelous. You do have instincts. You can react. Paulette, look at me. You've been rejected by your lover, kicked out, deeply hurt. You want to hit back. You left his apartment in tears, but now you've composed yourself and you've decided that you're going to pick someone up, anyone. There's a man. He's standing on the corner, right over there. You're walking toward him. Can you feel it?
No, not really.
That's all right. All right. Relax. Just take a deep breath. Let it out. Now, let your body assume the postures of a woman who wants a man to want her. All right? Now, walk toward him. No. That's caricature. You've been watching too many movies. Feel it inside. All right? Huh? No, that's neutral. That's neither provocative or non-provocative. It's just nothing. Oh, you've got to remember your purpose. You've got to make every man in the audience want to have an affair with you.
I could be walking the rest of my life.
Don't play dumb with me, Paulette. Every nice girl has the same set of feelings as a streetwalker. They may be buried, but they're there. All right, now. Here's the man. Total concentration.
You not showing up for class today, so I called your mother, and she said you weren't feeling well.
Laura, it just hasn't worked for me. So I won't be attending your classes anymore.
I hope you haven't fallen into that actor's trap, that conviction that you have, well, what's the phrase, a very special quality, and that you don't have to bother with your craft.
No, I have no illusions about myself.
All young actors need the classroom.
I'm taking classes with someone else.
Gordon Stinson?
Yes.
Paulette, I thought I warned you about that guy. He's one of those characters that confuses amateur psychoanalysis with acting. He's a dedicated phony.
It's Paulette. If you don't like what we're doing here, why can't we discuss it?
Laura, it's done. And I just felt I should come and tell you face to face that I've made other plans.
Look, I understand your attitude because nothing's been opening up for you, but all you need is time.
That's something I can't afford. I have a right to want some good parts now, not in a year or two. Gordon Stinson has helped a lot of people.
Oh. Has he? Or would those people have gotten those jobs anyway? Did he develop that talent, or did that talent develop in spite of him?
I'm getting a little tired of all these put-downs. He's the coach I want, the only coach I want, and the only coach who really understands me. Goodbye, Laura.
The only coach.
Yeah. Well, as I live and breathe. Laura Dean, isn't it?
Hello, Gordon.
Say, this is an event. It's been how many years? See, I was directing Pajama Game back in Mineola, huh? You suddenly materialized in black mesh and stunned everybody. The producer was ready to leave his wife. Sit down, Laura. Can I offer you a drink? Scotch or vodka, that's all we have.
No, thanks. Gordon, I want to talk to you about Paulette Douglas.
Oh, yes, a very charming girl.
I want you to drop her from your class.
Drop her, but she's just enrolled.
How can you, Gordon? How can you tamper with the lives of kids like Paulette, setting yourself up like some high priest, exploiting their ignorance and their vulnerability, and then tearing down their defenses and giving them absolutely nothing to replace them with?
Laura, you always were a little bit vague and over-emotional. That was the trouble with your acting, too, as I recall.
You're hurting her, Gordon, professionally. Now, her contract at the studio is in jeopardy if she drops out of the talent school. She's frustrated now because the jobs aren't coming her way. So she is also capable of being hurt personally.
Meaning?
Meaning I understand you, Gordon. I know how you work.
Oh, no, you don't, Laura. And that is one of the reasons why I'm not sending her back to your studio cookie cutter. She'll come out just exactly like everybody else. Or how do you see her, by the way? A young Liz Taylor? Or the Century Pictures still hope to replace Theda Bara?
Same old Gordon. Still trying to hitch your wagon to a star. Hoping that someday somebody will make it, and then she'll say, oh, I owe it all to that wonderful friend, Gordon Stinson. Preferably at the Academy Awards, picking up her Oscar from Gregory Peck.
Yes, I hope for that. Don't you, Laura? What else can people like us hope for, Laura? He who can does, he who cannot teaches. George Bernard Shaw, and right on the button as always.
I choose to teach.
Oh, yes, of course, Laura. Just as the lame man chooses to walk with a cane, blind man chooses to read Braille. Old girl, there's nothing left for people like us but reflected glory. You sure you won't change your mind?
Cut the rhetoric. I'm not one of your doting disciples. Now, Paulette is upset.
Paulette has been crooned over by too many women for too long. Her mother, her mother's friends, and now you. She's never had a real father figure in her life.
Yes, you're right. She does need a strong man.
Get out, Laura. Surely you know how to make an exit. Get out.
Yeah, sure, he's a star. A big star, but he's still an indicator.
Well, you've got to admit it, though. He looks fantastic.
But the French have it all over us. Actors who look like people, not like...
How do you like the apartment? What apartment?
The apartment.
Oh, sure, I've gone to Gordon's apartment for lessons.
The Queen is dead. Long live the Queen.
All right, let's go. Gather around. Everybody works for this. We're going to make progress tonight. All right, now. Paulette is approaching an area of breakthrough. That is our main priority for this evening. Now, the situation is this. It's Paulette's 14th birthday party. That would make you all between, say, 14 and 16, right, Paulette? And the key factor I want you all to remember is this. Paulette's father has just left her and her mother in the lurch.
Gordon.
The rumor's beginning to spread, but her mother is more than ever determined that she's going to have a good time anyway, so she goes overboard. Angie, you've met Mrs. Douglas, Paulette's mother, haven't you? Okay, you be her. Now, we'll start with, well, let's say the guests have just arrived, all right?
Usually the guys go in one corner of the room, the girls go in the other, and then we kind of,
Don't tell me, show me. Get those chairs out of the way and let's go. Let's move. Let's make it breathe. Keep it alive now. Make it breathe, make it live.
Come here, I got an idea. Girls, come on. Sure, I can round them all up and start tickling them.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Angie, look at me. You're Mrs. Douglas. Kick it off.
Baby, how can you see with all this hair in your face? Why don't you put it up like I told you?
I'd like it like this. I think it looks great.
All the girls are wearing it like that, Mrs. Douglas.
Well, personally, I think you look like wild Indians. Hey, how about some grub, huh? Come on, one of you strong men. Help me pull out the table.
Mother, do we have to do it now?
Well, they have to eat.
But not now. They just came.
Okay, baby. Anything you want. I'm just trying to help out.
Donna, what was it?
An ice cube.
Fine, make it real, make it real.
Okay. I got it. Paulette? Where did Dad today?
Oh, Paulette's father went out of town on business. It's the first one of her birthdays she's missed. Listen, I've got a terrific scavenger hunt planned. I'll get the list. What's wrong with a scavenger hunt?
Mama, I think they'd rather dance and talk, you know.
Oh, sure. Here, I'll turn out the lights. Hey, you know, it's been ages since I've been out dancing. Paulette's father has 2 left feet. Hey, Rudy, put on that top record. Come on, Greg.
Yeah, come on, Greg, go on.
Let's show me. Come on,
If she were an older woman, you'd be laughing at her, not with her, right?
Look at that old lady, man.
But how do you like that, huh?
Oh, it's fine, Mama.
Fine. Paulette, knock down the wall.
I got a kick out of her dancing.
You were embarrassed.
How do you know?
I can tell a lie when I see one.
Mama, can I talk to you?
Sure, baby.
Would you please leave us alone? We'll be fine.
I'm only trying to liven things up. Nobody likes a dead party.
Mama, would you please not talk so loud? You're making a fool out of yourself.
Nothing I do is right, huh? Ever. Your father spoiled you rotten. Let's face it, you don't have much confidence in yourself, and you never have. You wouldn't even have had this party if I hadn't talked you into it. Well, your father isn't here, and he isn't going to be here. And I'm doing the best I can for us. Then I'd appreciate it if you'd start showing me just a little bit of respect. I gave your father everything he wanted, everything he needed. I built up his ego so he could live with himself. And then when you came along, he turned over all of his love to you. Put me on a shelf like an old rag. Well, I'm not an old rag, and I resent being treated like one, especially by a little snip like you.
I'm sorry, Mama.
Good, 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 good. Now, Mrs. Douglas has died. You're all mourners at the funeral. Gather around, carry the coffin. Greg, you're the pastor. Start on the stage.
Gordon, I don't want to do that.
Paulette, you're on the verge of the breakthrough. Get her up on the stage.
Come on, Paulette.
Let's use this. Yeah, let's turn it over.
We are gathered here today to lay to rest Mrs. Grace Douglas. She was a good woman. She tried to do good her whole life. She gave greatly of herself, especially to a loving daughter, Paulette. She guided her, taught her the Christian way, and helped her however she could. Paulette was indeed fortunate to have such a mother.
Stop it!
Paulette, total concentration, you're losing the image. You're in the cemetery. Concentrate on the cemetery. Your mother is being buried. You're there, Paulette. What do you feel? Sorrow or joy? Or do you just feel free? When did your acting problem begin, Paulette? When your mother got sick? Why?
I was worried about her.
Isn't it true that your mother dominated your life, made all your decisions?
No.
Didn't you recently go to a producer and beg for a job?
No.
No?
Yes.
Her decision or yours?
Hers.
Haven't you always been embarrassed by your mother's behavior, her aggressiveness? Haven't you always hated meeting people after she's met them because of how she boasts about you? Haven't you resented her living vicariously through you?
Please.
You're not a star, you're not an actress, you're not even a person yet. You're nothing but a baby doll that cries mama, except that this baby doll hates its mama.
That's not true.
Hates its mama.
No.
Hates its mama and wishes she were dead.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, I wish my mother was dead.
Of course you wish she were dead. You've wished that for a long time, haven't you?
Paulette, we're here. It's your home.
All right, kid, here we go.
Hi.
Good evening, Mrs. Douglas. Baby.
Paulette,
Mrs.
what's the
Douglas.
matter?
Remember me? I'm Angie
Honey?
Phillips. We met at the studio. This is Gordon Spencer.
What happened?
Your daughter was participating in one of our routine exercises. She got a little upset. I'm afraid, Mrs. Douglas, she simply can't handle the kind of exploration we do. It's regrettable. We had high hopes for her. We better go.
Everything's
Good night,
be all right.
Douglas.
Now.
Night, Paulette.
Just fine, girl. With Mama. Yes, just take it easy. Now look at Mama. Now tell Mama. What is it? Tell Mama what? We'll just go into your room and get a little bit of rest. Because the rest is going to make you feel better, isn't it? Makes anybody feel better. You just had a nasty old experience, but then that's all part of being an actress. In the morning when you wake up, you're just going to forget all about it. So now let Mama help you. What did he mean by routine exercise? You did an improvisation, right? And some people took off on you and they just called you all sorts of names. Was that it?
Hello, Grace. Where is she?
In her room. She still won't talk to me. Now, listen, Laura, I encouraged her to go to Stenson. Well, his students were working. I thought he was okay.
I know.
I'll tell your head.
No, Grace, let me go in.
Paulette, it's Laura. I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
Paulette, I won't stay long. I just want to tell you my feelings. You took a shortcut, and it turned out badly. And that's all that happened. Why did you confess? Gordon always demands a confession, so he knows what to punish you for. You see, a lot of things about Gordon's reach, the fame that he never got as an actor, the perfect woman that he always thought he deserved. So he strikes back by humiliating women, having failed to be perfect, having failed to be his. And he destroys the confidence in an actor that might someday surpass him. Why did he make you confess? Tell me.
It doesn't matter.
Paulette, what did he make you confess?
I said I wish my mother was
Of course you did at the moment, but our emotions are all mixed up about this. And there's no such thing as pure love or pure hate.
I love my mother. I love my mother. Oh, God.
Oh, I know you do. I know you do. Oh. Come on, Paulette. Paulette, dear, I'd like you to come back to my class tomorrow.
Why? What good could it do?
The image we have of ourselves is a very funny thing. A lot of it depends on the mirrors that are around us. Stepping in front of a warped mirror can set someone back very badly. Until they realize that the mirror is warped, not them.
I just want to go to sleep now.
Well, she's going to try to sleep.
Did she say anything?
A little.
But what? What happened?
Well, it seems that they went a little too far on one of the exercises.
Was it me?
How could it be you?
Well, I mean, you see, I phoned you because I thought maybe Paulette could be more honest with someone else. And then I thought if she could be more honest with somebody else, then she might have some feelings about me. Negative feelings.
Grace, she didn't say a thing about you.
Good.
Left, up, step, kick, ball change, up, left, right, step, kick, ball change, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Step, up, step, step.
Hello, dear. How do you feel?
I'm all right now. I was just racked up by that exercise. Laura, I know you won't agree with this, but it was my fault, not Gordon.
You're going to continue with Gordon Stinson?
If you'll still have me. He wanted me to tear down the wall. Instead, the wall tore me down.
So you're going to leave me here to, as Gordon would say, mind the supermarket. Paulette, dear, come on with me. I want to show you something.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1.
How many times do you think I've wanted to put my hands around that lovely neck of yours and just squeeze?
That's pretty good, Miss Russell, but try it this way. How many times do you think I've wanted to put my hands around that lovely neck of yours and just squeeze? But you were always too busy with my husband. I couldn't even find you alone long enough to kill you. See what I'm getting at?
Don't you think that's a little on the nose, Gordon?
Well, hey, Gordon, you're here as dialogue coach. Don't give Jane any readings. Just run the line, huh?
Well, of course, Mr. Mason.
Look, let me work this out alone, Gordon. But thanks anyway.
I'll be right around here if you need me.
Hello, Laura. Paulette, how are you?
How are you, Gordon?
In the pink. You know, I think this picture could be a real breakthrough. Jane is superb. She puts all the other actors to shame. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if she were nominated for an Oscar.
How nice.
Of course, they fight you all the way. Jackals, a lot of them, but I think we've made our presence felt.
You know, I think I learned something important from you. Perhaps not exactly what you wanted to teach me.
Well, that's very enigmatic.
You'll figure it out. Oh, by the way, welcome to our friendly supermarket.